All right, guys, we are back with the Philadelphia Union podcast here. I'm Zero. Thank you so much for joining me again. And it is a transfer window day, and we're going to talk about some movement here with the Philadelphia Union. And first things first, David Accam has been sent to Columbus. As you can see here, we'll get the full details of the actual trade up here. It was for an international spot and allocation money, I believe. Uh, it's a very, it's kind of a shocking trade to me. I mean, I guess it makes sense long term, and I understand that David Accam has been mostly coming off the bench this season, but he's our top scorer. 4 goals, 2 assists this season. He's been in great form. I've been really, really happy with how he's finally found himself with the team, and then we go and trade him. So it's a little interesting here. David Accam gone. I mean, it's a big loss. There's no doubt about it, especially with the injuries we've had and the suspensions. I didn't even mention this yet, but Corey Burke's going to be out for a few months because of some visa issue. So Corey Burke's not even available. Fabian's been injured and suspended for games, so he hasn't even been playing. We kind of lose a lot of our depth with this trade, but yeah, it gets us some money, an international spot, so okay. And the team then turns around and signs Mishi Galina from the youth team of Bethlehem Steel here. Here's the new signing. Mishi Galina, who's been playing with the like I said, the Bethlehem Steel. He just turned 19 like a month ago, so we have another really young player, a young talent. And apparently he's very, very. He's been doing well in the USL, and he's got a lot of speed, a lot of skill on the ball. He can beat players off the dribble. I'm trying not to play any of the videos here because I don't want to get any kind of copyright thing, but this is just Jim Curtin talking about him, and it's pronounced Mishi Galina. So he's 5'11". He's from Congo, and I'm excited to see him play. Now, how much he'll play, I'm not sure, but we needed something up top with the loss of Accam, who goes to Columbus to fill one of their needs. This means Brendan Aronson's going to most likely keep playing and get the playing time, which is good. So I'm all for that. They like what they see. Everybody gotta like what they see. But Aronson got injured last game. I'm not sure the severity of the injury. So, like, we have 2 goalies injured right now. Andre Blake obviously injured, and Matt Fries, the backup, injured. So we actually signed another keeper, just for like an emergency keeper, Charlie Lyon, from the goalkeeper pool. So we have him, just because we need somebody to back up Carlos Miguel Coronel. But our team's even younger now. So Galina is in. Michi, I think, is probably what most people are going to call him. I want to see this kid play. I really do. Like I said, I don't know what their plans are this season for him, how much he's going to play, but we don't have a lot of depth up top at all now, especially with Corey Burke being out for a couple months. Santos is back, and he performed so well in the game against New England. So I'll talk about the New England game in a second, but right now we only have like 2 forwards right now, and Pico, who's kind of like a hybrid of a forward and a winger. So with losing Accam means we needed to sign somebody, but it's good that we have more youth, and we're developing our youth really well. Trusty Wagner is a new signing as well. He's been really good. He's only 22. Obviously, gotta like what we've seen. Bizo has been pretty good since he's come in. Matt Fries, even the keeper Matt Fries, who played for those 2 games, I really liked what I saw from him until he got injured, unfortunately. Jack Elliott's only 23, and he's leading the defense right now. Jack Elliott has been amazing this season. Nothing short of amazing right now. You know, early on in the first few games of the season, we looked really shaky, but we've really found our form under this formation under Jim Curtin. Brendan Aronson, obviously, one of the young players who's been playing really, really well, and hopefully he's not injured too badly. So that's all the movement. Not a ton from us, but it gives us some money to play with too, and we might lose a little bit of our depth, and Akam would probably be a really good weapon off the bench, like he has been. And he's been scoring in his starts, too. He has like 4 starts this season. He scored in those, I believe. He came off the bench last game and scored. So the New England game is the last game that was played. Union won 6-1. By the way, guys, we're on the top of the table right now. How good is that? Like 11 games in, the Union are top of the Eastern Conference. It's almost a dream come true. It's unbelievable. But this team, especially the way we started the season, the first couple games, the fact that we're at the top of the table right now. Some teams have a lot of games in hand on us, like Toronto, Atlanta. So I'm not sure we're going to stay there much longer. But the way we're playing right now is very promising. The way we just tore into New England in that second half of the last game was fantastic. Everybody contributing. Osinio was brilliant. Sergio Santos, like I said, he's come back from his injury, and he scored twice in that game. It looks like he might be a very good signing if he can continue his form. And how about Casper, the friendly striker, has scored yet again. 3 starts for him, 3 goals. This guy is just... He's in there. He finishes. He holds the ball up well when he gets the chance. His layoffs are very good. He's not fast. He's not skillful on the ball, but he does what an old school traditional hold up number 9 is supposed to do. Hold the ball up, get your teammates involved, get yourself in the box, and finish your chances. And he does. He's been great. I've loved what I've seen from Trobilko. He's been fantastic, and he might keep starting alongside Fafa up there, I think we still need a little more production out of Fafa this season. He's starting to find it. We need some more goals and assists from him. I really want to see Michi play. But another business that the Union need to do is sign Jamiro Montero, who's here on loan for a couple months. They need to sign this guy. He's been that good. He is so good on the ball. His work rate is off the charts. I've never seen a guy who gets around and just hassles the other team as much as he does. He's been such a good find by Ernst Tanner. Unbelievable. Jamiro Montero, get him on this team for a long time. He's only 25. Sign him. Buy him. Whatever team is loaning him out, just pay him whatever they want. Get this guy on the team. He's been fantastic. Mark McKenzie hasn't played much this year. I'm kind of looking through the roster right now, guys. So if you're just listening, it might be kind of like I'm jumping around, but I'm just going through the roster talking about players. So Jack Elliott has been amazing in the back too. Just a lot of performances, like we said. The next man up is kind of the mentality the team's had right now, and it's working. I got to give a lot of credit to Jim Curtin. Jim Curtin is a guy who I wasn't really sold on for a while. There were points where I didn't really care if he was fired or not. I wasn't sure if he was going to be able to lead this team. A lot of fans wanted him out. Tons of fans wanted him out. Some tons might still want him out. I don't know, but I was one of the ones who wasn't necessarily saying, "Oh, fire Curtin, get him out of here." I was just one of the ones saying, well, if they fire him, okay, whatever. Hopefully we can find somebody better. But right now, Curtin, the way he's working his tactics in with this squad is unbelievable. The rotation, the way he's had to adjust his coaching style as well. We don't think about that. He's had a lot of changes, different sporting directors, a lot of different players coming in. He's starting to get the tools, and he's making it work. And let's give a lot of credit to Jim Curtin. He's been amazing this season. And, tactically getting things spot on. His substitutions have been really good. He knows when to bring in guys like Ilsinho, who always seems to come in and make an impact. So credit to you, Curtin. He's won my respect, my full respect for sure. And, I think as long as this organization continues to get him the right players in and gives him the tools to work with, he's got to be the guy that we go with right now at head coach, because he's just developed. Curtin in a lot of ways is developing himself. He wasn't a head coach before he came here. He's still a very young guy, a former MLS player himself. He's come in and it's taken him a few years. Yeah, he's had his moments up till now, But he's, you got to think he's a coach. Coaches develop just like players too. You got to give them time to work in things. I think some coaches get fired way too easily in a lot of sports. I mean, you look at Cincinnati, they already fired their coach. 10 games into their first ever season, they're like, goodbye, Alan Koch. Like, how like cruel is that? Like, they're an expansion team, and they already fired their coach 10 games in. Like, that's crazy. Just because they aren't scoring goals, they don't really have all their tools yet. They haven't really built their team exactly the way that they're going to hope it's going to be built. But that just shows you the standard that there is now for new teams coming in to the league. When a team like, on an expansion team can fire their coach in 10 games, which saying it out loud just sounds so ridiculous. Like, I can't even imagine like I don't know how the Cincinnati fans feel about that, but it'd be interesting to hear their genuine thoughts on that. But Curtin's been our coach for a while now, for 5 years. You think about how long he's been tenured with this club, it's pretty amazing. And I really hope they re-sign him and give him some more time to continue to work this tactics, because the possession's been really good this season. We create chances and we're starting to finish them. Our defense has been amazing for the most part. It's been very good. I'm very happy with our defense. I said that last episode, but we've only given up 11 goals in 11 games. That's dynamite. For Union to be a top team, they need to continue to defend well and not leak in, 3-4 goals, like they did previous seasons. Just keep teams to 1 goal or fewer. Don't keep giving up these 3-4 goal games, and keep yourselves in these games. Their next game is a huge one against Toronto at BMO Field. I'm going to be watching that one for sure. I cannot wait. It's a huge game, huge test to see if this current run of form can continue. I mean, honestly, it looks like it might be a game where we just go in and lose because we're just due a loss, But at the same time, do we go there and get a result? Can we go there and get a tie? I'll be ecstatic with a tie going to BMO Field and just maintaining our form and getting something else on the road again. So if we go there and beat Toronto, I'm going to be in La La Land here, guys, because this is, like I said, at the beginning of the season, I predicted us to finish 4th if we were all healthy and everything went right. Right now, we're not even healthy, and not everything is going right, and we're in first place in the East right now. So what in the world is going on? It's just, I don't know. It's crazy. I mean, let's just enjoy it while we can, okay? It might not last. It may last. Who knows? But important thing is, in the long run right now, when you look at it, we have some separation from the bottom teams in the East that are chasing playoff spots. So this sets us up well if we go into a bad run to be a playoff team at the very least. But I want us to try and host one, get one of those top 4 seeds. It'd be really, really nice. So like I said, lots of guys stepping up, young players playing well. We just signed another youngster, Michi Galina, and I really hope they give him some time. I want to see what he can do. As always with a new signing, you want to see him play and see what they can produce. Bilko signed last season, didn't even play at all, and just randomly started playing this season. And look how well he's done. 3 goals, 3 games, 3 goals. 3 starts, I should say. He's played in 4 now, but 3 starts, 3 goals, and counting. He's a very good hold-up forward in the prime of his career. So let's see what he can go do in Toronto. Come on, guys. And Sergio Santos, he might be a weapon off the bench right now, but I'm excited to see, with all this speed too, with Santos, Pico, and Galina, and you even add in a player like, Gaddis, who's very quick. And of course, Corey Burke's got speed, and Aronson himself as well is quick. That's a lot of speed we have to work with. Akam, we know, is really fast. That hurts to lose him, but we still have a lot of speed. And I know Galina is really, really quick too. So we'll see what the plans are there with his development. But they feel like he's ready to step in with the first team. So let's trust what they are doing. So I assume in net will be Carlos Miguel Coronel again. Again, he's only 22. He's played in a few games this season. He's been very good. He made some unbelievable saves. I got to talk about this, actually, for the game against New England. First half, I think it was still 0-0 at the time. He made 2 unbelievable saves right in a row on the doorstep that kept New England out of the net. What if New England scores there? What if he doesn't make 2 unbelievable saves right then? The second one was really good. It was like a kick save. He got up and got down really quickly to kick it away. If he doesn't make those saves, New England scores first. They're feeling pretty good about themselves, and it might be a different outcome in the game. Yeah, we won 6-1. That was because, we didn't allow them to get a lot of goals when they were playing well. New England played a decent first half. They were pressuring us and created a lot themselves, and then they just fell apart in the second half because they just kept conceding and they couldn't stop us, and they weren't able to get more goals. So it could have been a different game if one of those chances that he saved went in. So you got to think about that. And they're great saves. I mean, we're great. We're blessed to have the keepers we do. Andre Blake, so good. And then a guy like Carlos Miguel Coronel just seems like a very solid backup. Could start maybe on some teams, maybe. I don't know. I'm sure other teams could use a keeper. And Matt Fries, the youngster's really impressed me in his few games. Just so unfortunate that he got injured. Hopefully he gets well soon and get him developing. He might be our number 1 down the line after Blake, decides to leave or whatever we sell him. Blake is 28. Still has a lot of good years ahead of him, but, if we end up selling him, Fries could be the guy. And Carlos, I think, is just on here on loan to back up basically the other guys. But right now, Carlos is the number 1. With all the injuries in that, so a lot going on here, guys. And Toronto game coming up next, but since it's the transfer window, I wanted to talk about it. I just got home from work and looked at all the news. So Calm out, Galena in, and we'll see how this works out. It gets us younger, and we got the Toronto game coming up next. Should be a good one. Thank you all so much for listening to my Union podcast, guys. Once again, always leave some comments in there. I know these don't get a ton of views or listens. That's okay, but I do. Any Philadelphia Union fan or Philadelphia sports fan in general that wants to connect here, just leave a comment in the comment section. I'll be happy to read it and connect with you guys. So see you on the next one. Till next time, 0 is the number.